It is early morning, it's a beautiful sunrise we're having right down in the front of our faces, and for today we're going to finish off at least the buildings down here that I want to make. And I had a few couple of suggestions from you guys, and I feel also like I need to show it into the screen, reward you more for helping out, and you guys come up with things that I find difficult to think of. The first one is for apples in a bowl. I want to use conifer seeds lowered down deep enough. They look like apples and they are way better in size than a coconut. Now I do have a couple of seeds though, but I don't have conifer seeds just yet. I also wonder if I ever found them. Maybe at home base 1 I have a couple of these seeds. But I would just like to take a 2-second look to, see the size of the seeds. Now let's first take these guys down here. To press V twice. So yeah, these are definitely already smaller than a coconut. These ones are not very round though, but that's okay. Conifer seeds it is going to be. And these ones, yeah, they're definitely very smaller though. Maybe this could be kiwi or something. I will figure it out at some point. Thank you so much for the input. I really appreciate that. I also have another one. I am more of an iced tea kind of lady. Try out the building plan tool. Just need 3 sheets of paper and writing implement to make it. It replaced the building table. I think your build looks good. Also thank you a lot for the compliment and of course the idea. I just like to know if someone likes coffee or tea. It might be a very simple kind of a thing though. But just nice to know my viewers. Alright, so I've been making a little bit of that stuff already, so I can make some paper. Now, using the building tool is something that I, kind of forget. While it's super handy for, difficult places. Now, I have been thinking about this whole stuff down here, and I think I really like the idea of having the archway with another room onto it. And for this building down here, I said I want to have like a clothing store that goes all the way to the back. But what I think would be nice is to make it into an L shape, a mirrored L shape. So you come into the store somewhere around here, and then you have a room here and here. And then it goes all the way to the back, and maybe have some rooms where you can change clothing and that kind of stuff. And then down here, just make a tiny little build that is only accessible via this alleyway. Like a tiny little store, maybe a bakery or a cafe or something like that. And yeah, for this episode, I just would like to finish off the rooms and the building itself. And then in another episode, we're going to decorate it. Also, the reason for that is if you guys have some ideas, then you can just put it down below in the comment section. And or an idea for shop name. So the first one is for the locksmith table, furniture and that kind of things. That the clothing building needs to have a name, and or maybe the cafe or shop or tiny bakery or anything like that is also going to need to have a name. Alright, let me see. Building plan. Let's grab this one and yeah, just check it out. Even though building these buildings is not too difficult, I guess that this building plan can be very handy though. Then I'll guess we could stand here, then go into building mode, and then I need to wait, ascend, descend. Yeah, space and shift. In editor mode it works different, but it's okay. Alright, a room. No, I don't think I could paint from this. Nah, that's okay. Alright, so we have like a little balcony. The only spot I really would like to place some things are of course close to the edge, so it's visible. Now I just need to figure out how high am I going to go, because the archway is going to be not like the lowest one. So I believe for this building I have used 2 on top of each other, maybe a third one. Yeah, a third one. So let's see here. Let's just at least, I wish I had some more space in here. I guess I could just get rid of that one, keep these ones in here for now, and get rid of this one for now. And just add in some archway looking pieces like this guy, that guy. And an archway starts off very inclined and then it gets less inclined, or with other words being said, I guess these ones will do. Let me get rid of the bread too and take this guy. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Now let me see if this is going to work out. Now what I'm also thinking, maybe give it a little detail edge, as in, so I have an option here. I can go like full archway, but I can also do this, right? Start off with something like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it like that, right? Same on this side. You know what? I'm just gonna go all the way. I was like thinking maybe I should only make a piece of archway here and on the other side, and then build like a floor on top. But I just want to go all the way here. So let's just grab these guys. And let's just start out, let me just say, a little bit off from the edge. And then just go like that. And then decide to where. I think that would be perfect right out there. This is like a nice height. The reason for that is to have like a view still that way. Now the only thing that is gonna be a bit tricky, but it should not be too hard. It's just for now. Do this like that, and then we can just also start building out here. That's just perfect, and then we can just remove this one and just start building the whole thing. Then I guess I don't need like these guys down here anymore. That's fine. I'm trying to visualize. I think the most inclined thing supposed to be longer than the not inclined thing. And then yeah, that yeah. Okay. I kind of seeing it. It's just not it. That could be it, right? Yeah, let me just build the whole show here. Yeah. That starts to become something. And now it might be nice to still what I thought about doing, but then it's going to be a little different. Something like that. To have a little bit of a detailing going on and depth. Something like this. You know what? Yeah, okay, so the stones are not really aiming out here. So I think what I will do is make it one part shorter on that side. So I can still have the detail idea of what I had. So let's just see how that's going to look like. Yeah, that kind of looks like that could do it. It's a nice archway. Right, now I'm going to need to fill in the blank. Now, of course, what I would like to do here is have a piece of floor, wooden floor on top of the stone floor. I'm thinking of it. I was reading tea rather than iced tea. And there is an iced tea that I really like. That is the one with peach. I would like to have a glass of those. Okay, that doesn't really fit in, but I'm just gonna take it, and I need to eat. Always nice while building, having to eat. You know what? That starts to become something. Now I can just add up little stairways and yeah, get to the next floor. I'm just right away gonna paint the whole stuff and place in stairways. Alright, something like this will do. Of course, like that building there, this is going to be a dummy second floor, so it's going to be minimalistic because we will never go upstairs. But just for the roleplay, we're going to assume here will be the bedroom and here will be the living room. Things like that. So in the next shot, I'm just going to give this one blast of a cut edit, and then you guys are going to see something amazing. Oh man, I love it already. I just like how it didn't turn out to be perfect, so it looks more creative. It looks like art, and I like it a lot. I mean, it's an amazing idea to just. At first, I wanted to have a balcony, but it didn't really work out the way or how I wanted to place those stones. But then I was like, let's make it a little bit inclined with a roof there. It's just a bit of smaller windows, and oh man, it starts to become something. It turns out even better than I thought it would. And all these building plans really doing an amazing plan, getting to certain parts and pieces. So yeah, let me just finish this off and also paint it so you get a complete total idea of how it looks like. It is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying myself. And so there she is. The building is finished, even though there is something up there that looks a little bit odd though. In general, I'm quite happy with this build down here. The archway turned out how I wanted to. The front is very nice. I really love the front, how that just turned out. It's really good. Now, of course, the inside ain't done just yet, but this is something for another episode, another time. And up here, I might place here and there some things that will be visible when you know, walk by, or at this window when you're standing out there, just like I did on the other side, even though I need to place a couple more things in there. But in general, I really like this one. Look at it. That's just beautiful. Got enough place for signs and lamps and maybe some banners here and there. Just let those ideas flow into the comment section, and then I'll see what I can do. So what I would like to do for now, yes, this is also going to happen. I want to build this clothing store down here. Now this clothing store is going to be a little bit more of a modern type of building. Maybe something like this, but a little bit different, of course. I don't want to have everything look the same. And or the separate room for something down here. But I'm also going to have something here. Do I want to build a railing on there? Let me just take a look at what kind of metal pieces there are for that fence that I really would like to build. At least a fence door and maybe barbed wire? No, just barb. Steel rod? Maybe I need to check out something in the editor. Now I can understand the pictures ain't too well because it's grayed out. Let me just grab something. There we go. Let me take... there we go. That's a lot better. Ooh, there are a lot of clothing in here all of a sudden. I don't see any. Of course, we have this stuff, right? I mean, that's just actually pretty perfect. But then I'm like, okay, sure. Do we have something that, you know, can add up to it? Graveyard. Okay, yeah. Do we have something? It doesn't really seem like. Or I am not this far just yet if it's about unlocking. But then again, I think I would like to have this one. I can always place some stuff, and then in the editor I can make a blueprint. It's just a matter of calculating. I don't know why that is gone. It's a matter of calculating and see, you know, how much space is there in here, and for some reason I'd rather have the door a little bit that way than, you know, perfect aimed out. And so it just took me maybe 5 minutes, but here I got like a fence with a fence gate. Let's rotate it around and see if it fits in. Well, look at that. That is just beautiful. So I did choose for a little bit different kind of let me see, a door here, because the other door that I thought I wanted to use looked too much like a jail door, and or I think this door looks better with the poles. There we go. Let's just remove it. I did not need the hammer. Alright. Oh. I'm glad these are palm trees. Now the only downside of this is that all these poles need to be hardened out, so it is something to be super careful with. But I believe for the future update they are planning to give you an option to straight away let it be hardened out, so you cannot just by accident pick it up and give yourself a huge amount of work to try to place it back there. So how do you know if you have everything? Well, press tab and then you can see I got 4 more to go. Now I got coconuts in my hands. Let me just put it like this for now. Alright, time to start building the clothing store. It will be modern, it will be simple, it's going to be still looking pretty nice. Now I'm thinking to make this building look like fancy orange or maybe a fancy pink, something Caribbean. I'm looking for my tool. There we go. Alright. What I think would be nice is use these windows, but place them straight up and then have, you know, multiply like a big window thing. Make it look like it's huge on the inside. Have like multiply ways or space to put clothing onto the wall. I just see something. And I'm going to need to have a name for this building, and yeah, it might be a touch higher than that building. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. But with that being said, let's start building. Alright, this seems to be a good start, even though it's not much, but I just, you know, would like to figure out what would be nice. Like a nice high window. I think windows up until there would be amazing. So I'm just gonna, you know, to the front for a bit, come back to you guys and show it to you, and then you get the main idea of what I'm trying to do here. And I know, let's use the building plan here. Now, you know, I'm not gonna be too much worried about palm trees sticking in. From this point on, it's going to be kind of the second floor already. So I'm doing this and then that, and maybe one lower though, like this. And maybe I'll just keep the building low like this, just a touchy lower. How about something like that? Big space for a name. You know, I've also been saying I want to place dummy buildings here, which, you know, don't have any purpose. But I was also thinking I need to have like a bank where I'm saving up all my valuables. I could place a bank down here. Just wanted to share that to you guys. Now, I am thinking a low roof is nice, right? But just for this palm tree, I'm just going to make it a one touch lower. Going to be more of a factory built type of building, like modern. Just one big room in here. Yeah, that might not be too bad. You know, it looks strange at this point, but I'll promise you it's going to look very nice. Ooh, I need some more glass. Oh no, I ran out of glass. Alright, where did we left off? I got a ton of glass now and a lot of sand waiting. So I was thinking in this case also to make a... Put it down. Put it down. What? Really? Well, maybe rotate it? Really? There was not enough space. Ay. This... Okay, I'm going to send this out to the developers because, you know, anyways, this door is the wrong way. Okay, let me just give it a focus. There we go. Alright. It is okay. I don't have to send anything to anyone. Now, the only problem I did notice is that in order to place windows with those two doors, I am going to need to do something like this. Not yourself. First build the wall and then the door. Now, this does take care that I cannot get bigger windows in there. I think doors are that high though. Let me just take another look at it. Make sure I place it the correct way. Uh-huh. Rotate. Perfect, perfect. Let me check. Yes, perfect. Alright. So, yeah, I might need to change these blocks for a choose stone there. Just give it a little more window space, or yeah, let's just do that. It is definitely a very different look from anything else. I'm just going to take it. You know, of course, I do wish there were bigger windows and huge windows, and you know, you would like to have a lot of stuff, but guess I have to deal with what I have down here. Now, I was thinking just like a nice crazy color. A nice orangey here, just, you know, like, hey, this is my store. How about that? Or is that just a little too much? I'm trying to think. Of course, keep in mind, we need to put some text on it, maybe some decorative, and then use a different color onto that one to just mix it up a bit. And of course, I need to fill in a lot more stuff behind there, so you won't have like the palm trees view, that kind of stuff. I guess it will kind of do. What would fit nice with orange? I mean, blue fits in nice with orange. You're going to get stuff like this. Yes, it is a little bit rushed, but until this point, I just want to wait with doing more to it in order to get a little bit more ideas of how I would like it. It is, like I said before, this is a very simple clothing store. It's just this typical wide, big area space, and then you're gonna have like all kinds of clothing in here, and just fill it up with clothing racks and just whatever not, tables and all kinds of stuff. This is going to be pretty full with detailing. Now I do need to think about what kind of color do I want in here. Maybe I want to make something in editor to put onto the walls to make it look more fashionable and trendy and whatever not. And like I said, behind here is going to be the little spots where you can just go into and change your dress and that kind of stuff. It's just very basic, very simple, and I might just end up here in the back, making like a tiny room where they can just, you know, go to the toilet and whatever not, because, you know, these people that work here need to go to the toilet. I'll just mind up something, and any idea is welcome, and also a store name is pretty much welcome. I didn't paint anything else because I just would like to think, is this the perfect color? What kind of color am I going to combine it? Because for an example, you don't see it too much, but you see that the roof almost have the same color. So yeah, a lot of thoughts and things I'm going to need to put into this build down here in order to just give it that a little bit of extra touch. Now down here I have also no idea. Maybe I make like a old pub where the sailors come in, they get in here and, you know, have a drink, have a party. Then on top here I could make like some kind of a storage room with barrels and whatever not, and rum and bottles and stuff. I just need to mind something to build here. Now the pub first was of course the storyline. It was an old building, and when this new building came they were like, okay, you know what, let's change the pub too, except for the inside. So maybe it would be nice to make the wall out of floor pieces, or wood pieces at least, to make it look like it's old, it never has changed, just the building around it. Yeah, it's just super simple, but it really gives me, you know, this city-like feeling, a mixture of having something modern and having something like old school and happy colors. Maybe I need to change the roof colors. I got so much questions, and of course on Monday when I will ask you guys what I should do with a big surprise that I'm having, I will also put down a list with, you know, ideas for the shop names, colors and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, then I will be away for a few couple of days, and when I come back we're just going to take a look at the ideas and suggestions and that kind of stuff. And then we're going to implement it into these two builds right down here and make something nice out of it. Even though it already starts to become something really nice. I just Like, once again, this is just this building here up front. It's just amazing. Another building there, and a building here, and maybe a surprise up there, and some benches and trash cans, and oh boy, this is gonna be amazing. Yes, yes, yes.